From the director of Poltergeist and the writer of Alien comes a terrifying new film.
I'm getting a very small radar cross-section.
150 miles long. EGR's confirmed.
Tell them we have an artificial object out here.
In the tail of Halley's Comet, there's something wrong. Something ancient. Something evil.
Jesus.
Houston, we have a problem.
Something's happening to me.
Something hungry that's brought to Earth.
She's destroyed worlds.
That girl was no girl. She was totally alien to this planet and our life form. And totally dangerous.
I just found a body in Hyde Park.
Lifeforce.
Close your eyes.
Visited you how?
In my mind.
Let it go! It's already spreading. You didn't stop it. It's too late.
Come. Be with me.
Lifeforce. The terror has just begun.
What year they were made?
I don't care about this show.
It's an hour and 56 minutes. Now, I'll be honest with you. It was a little long.
I thought so too.
I think I've watched an edited version because it was the one I watched was an hour and a half. The one I own is an hour.
I watched it on. You guys watched it on good versions though. I watched it on YouTube.
I did not.
And I missed a segment because it was copyright restricted or something.
I own the DVD.
Well,
We
watched it on Blu-ray,
could have
didn't
done
you?
this one at my house. We could have done this.
I own the DVD and have watched it quite a few
I got the.
times. To freshen up on it, I watched it on YouTube.
Do you want to hear the taglines for this movie? The taglines that they used on the posters and the artwork and shit.
This one's a long one.
Yeah. A long tagline.
Yeah.
I got four of them.
Oh, I only got one.
Jason,
What one do you have?
Jason fell asleep reading this.
Another jab to the non-reader. You heard it right here. Another jab at the non-reader.
It was really long. I got like 2 pages in. I tried to listen to someone say it on YouTube, but that was even worse. That's a callback joke.
Oh, fuck. Well, what's the one you got?
Oh.
He's got it wrote down, but we won't be able to finish the episode.
He's gonna pass out. Was it here? Let me.
No one stopped to think when we put this idea together. Once we get laughing, no one can talk.
You want me to read the one?
Yeah,
this is the one.
One of them.
This is the one I think that
you have any long ones?
I got. Dude, I got 4 long ones. Oh God. The one I think that you have is in outer space. They unleash a force more evil than the world has ever imagined or had ever imagined. But the other 3 are the cinematic sci-fi event of the 80s. With an insatiable hunger, they are coming. Mankind is their prey. And the last one is, in the blink of an eye, the terror begins. Some taglines. A couple other things I have here. I got a lot of shit on this one. This is the first film of Tobe Hooper's 3-picture deal with Canon. The other 2 movies were Invaders from Mars and The Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. I think we're all familiar with that one.
All good.
Well, Tobe Hooper he's an icon.
Yeah.
That's all you can say.
He called the.
I mean, when you got the Texas Chainsaw, Texas 2, Poltergeist, Salem's Lot, Like,
did you hear that Steven Spielberg evidently really directed that one because Hooper was too fucked up on cocaine?
I've heard that.
It makes sense.
People say things.
The screenplay for this,
terrible people.
Dan O'Bannon, Return of the Living Dead, also did a screenplay for Dead and Buried. You guys seen that?
No.
Feel like I have.
It's a good one for sure. This one was also released by Scream Factory on Blu-ray 2014. Scream Factory releases a lot of good stuff.
That's all Jason was.
No, I do. I like. Well, just picking out these couple of movies. I didn't realize I was doing it. Like, it just looked down.
The artwork looks really good.
Yeah, that's another cool thing they do. They release a lot of alternate or new artwork, and then they'll put the original on the flip side. So
choose your own adventure. Yeah, they evidently Tobe Hooper called the victims of the space vampires in this movie the walking shriveled.
That was a question I had. Like, was those people start with vampires or zombies?
Yeah,
they sure
the original
like
title of this was something about space vampires.
Yeah, it's space vampires.
No, the people that's turning, running on the streets.
I think they're
like the mobs of running people look like hordes of zombies.
Yeah, but when they feed, they turn normal, don't they?
Yeah, they only have so long.
Well, they didn't show none of that.
Yeah,
I think you're supposed to take
whatever
it
the
as
city was over.
Yeah, the setup in the beginning, like when you see the other ones who have turned.
Yeah, I think I was just assuming that's what was happening.
I think the idea is if they feed, then they're normal again, which would mean they're vampires.
Right. I assumed they were vampires. I'm just saying they looked like running hordes of zombies.
I appreciate his newer take on the old idea of vampires and zombies, like the old Last Man on Earth, Vincent Price, when vampires and zombies were similar.
Great movie.
Undead is undead.
Yeah. This movie has Patrick Stewart in it, and my favorite scene of anything he's ever been in. Whenever he has that electric kiss, the thing go on, whatever the fuck that is. When he dies, basically. Yeah, there's some good parts in this.
It's not my favorite Tobe Hooper. I don't think it's a bad movie.
A lot of dialogue. Too much dialogue. Probably.
Not all of them, but I think the majority of the effects just don't hold up.
Some of the sci-fi, like the very beginning when they're in the astronauts.
Yeah.
That stuff didn't hold up. But I thought that as far as the practical effects, they're good because actually, I mean, you see a couple of whatever the bodies when they're drained,
the walking shriveled.
Yeah, they look. Yeah. Like the same stuff you've seen in Return of the Living Dead. Like the corpse laying on the...
Yeah, and that's what I said.
And even part 2. Get that damn screwdriver.
Yeah.
You could see that look is all over this movie.
Yeah, I always felt that he did a better on the horror on this than the sci-fi. But it always had such a heavy sci-fi feel that missing on that is kind of... It's where the movie misses.
It's because they have all that explanation of all the science that's happening. Like, all that shit. There was just a little bit too much of that.
Every time... the first time I watched this, it was recommended by Eric Mendoza. He told me to watch it.
I know Eric. You know Eric.
I know Eric.
We know Eric Mendoza.
And
he's a cool guy.
And I don't dislike the movie. I've watched it a few times, but it always felt to me like he overreached on this movie. He went for something much bigger than what the movie actually was, and because of that, it fell short.
It flopped. Actually, I think I've seen that, and I don't even want to start throwing out numbers, but it had a pretty decent budget. But what it made in theaters was like nowhere near that, and like a third.
Yeah, my best description of this movie is I've watched it a few times, and when I do, I want to watch a cheesy sci-fi movie.
Yeah.
When I watch this one, it's when I want to watch something with bad sci-fi effects, and a a cheesy sci-fi movie.
It's got some cheese.
I thought that the male vampires at the beginning, just hunks, man. Just straight up stone cold hunks. Like, throughout the movie.
He's got it wrote down. I see him calling notes.
He's double checking his notes.
No, let me see
make
here.
sure they were hunks.
Let's see. Oh, I did. I definitely did comment on like how they looked like models or some shit.
Was there female astronauts?
Was there female?
Well, yeah, because they said they took the shape of what was in your head. So who was thinking about the guys?
I don't know. Oh, they got really confusing when she was like jumping around from body to body and stuff like that. Like, why is that a thing that's happening? And where was their original body hiding away at? I want those details, Jared. But I don't need any more details because they gave me a fucking ton of them forever, and I don't even know what happened on the plane. Like, there's a part there's a segment, there's a 10-minute segment that I'm missing from where she comes alive on the plane or whatever, forms out of blood on the plane. Or is it helicopter? Whatever the fuck it is. They're moving Patrick Stewart someplace.
He's angry about it.
I'm mad. I'm getting
fuck that
mad.
stupid thing is.
Fuck this movie and fuck no. I don't know what happened.
Well, there's definitely some stuff that I was wondering, like when they discovered the bodies, wasn't there like hundreds of those pods?
There's those bat things.
Were those empty?
I think at one point
and didn't they bring back a bat? He said we're gonna bring back. So whatever happened to the bat? Don't know. Jared, did you watch this movie?
I did. I watched.
You have no.
He's going off memories. No,
I am, and I like I said it. I don't have a lot to say about the movie. It was overreach. It's a really cool concept. They did a few things good in it, and then the rest of it was either meh or stuff that doesn't hold up. That's 90%. I don't have it rated really high.
Yeah, it was all right. I gave it a 5.
Give it a 5.
Right
What
down
did you
the
give
middle.
it?
Yeah, I gave it a 5.
You gave it a 5. I gave it a 7.
Wow.
I give it a.
I think a lot of it has to just Tobe Hooper and Dan O'Bannon just has their fingers all over this, and I see parts from Poltergeist. I see parts from Return of the Living Dead. Like, I see, it just seemed very familiar with me.
Yeah,
I liked it.
I give it a 5 on a good day when I'm in the mood for a cheesy sci-fi. I give it lower. Like, watching it this past time, I wasn't in the mood for it. We just got done watching Autopsy of Jane Doe and The Void, and it was like, all right, let's just get it done so I can talk for the show. This time around.